What's good, man? It's your boy Trey.
It's your boy Tosin.
And we back with another, video on this halftime podcast.
And and today we got a lot of good topics today. Actually, I said in the last video I wanted to wait because these are actually more better than college. Now we get into the teams in college basketball and football. My boy here, he got some more on that than I do. Obviously, because y'all heard that I thought that Boise State beat Oregon, which, I was under the impression that, I'm not really in tune with that. I'm more of into the NFL and, the pros. And I'm happy because that's what we're talking about today. We got questions about the NBA. Excuse me. We got two about the NFL. These are questions that we received, and we're going to break them down and give our opinions like we usually always do. And we're going to get into that now because I don't want to waste too more. I'm going to let my mans read it, and then we just bounce our ideas back off each other, and then hopefully, because I'm going to upload some of these to TikTok and get other people's opinions. I'm going to even post on my Snapchat, get other people's opinions and see how they feel about those things, because it's all about interaction. That's all how I need to start interacting more and get more people on this, because you never know. Maybe we are wrong. Maybe we got the facts wrong and all that. Not everybody, but then again, these are just our opinions, and some of this bias. Like, he even said Clemson. And we all know Clemson's not winning that game. But he's biased enough to say it. And it's like, I'm an Eagle fan, so I'm always going to take my Eagles over anybody. I still don't believe that. I still don't believe this all Saquon. I thought the defense is nice. But we ain't got to talk about that this episode. I'm just going to say it like that. Anyways, let's get into the first question.
But the first question, man, we're going to start with the NBA. Get a little basketball in here first. So the first question is, with numbers constantly dwindling down with players from our generation, hooping was, hooping which, what the, I ain't gonna lie, you kind of word this a little weird, so I'm going to kind of word this, how it should be worded. So with the NBA changing, how it used to be from teams attacking the paint and, more physical stuff like that. And now today's NBA is more the three ball. So the question is, for how the people who once knew how the league was, now with the three ball coming into now's game, teams are not pushing for more shooters. So the question would be like, how do we feel with the NBA changing? How does the three ball play a factor into the NBA now?
I think that was that's the second question. You want to do that one first? Yeah. Because the first one, I think he's asking about the new ages of hoopers, like with the old generation. Like, I think
he split it into two.
Yeah, he split it into two. I think the first one is like he's saying like people like LeBron being out here, KD, Steph Curry, like a lot of those the guys that we came in here with, like they're getting old, they're getting up out of here, and now we got to go about the new generation like JT, John Morant.
Okay, then you might have to cut that out.
Oh no, we'll give it. No, I thought that was fine. Let's get into that first.
Okay, yeah. So going back to that first question, how do you feel about the new generation? Like the way they play the game. How do we feel about their style of the basketball? Mm-hmm. So put it like this: this new generation, I would say I don't think they kind of like the way they play is kind of more of like a role type of thing. Like they don't really play with too much confidence for real. But like, I guess that's more rookies. I'm gonna go with the upcoming stars.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the way they play, in my opinion,
who are those stars? Let's
for a couple stars, it'd be like we got John Morant, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
I guess you want to say Wemby in that conversation. I don't think he's a star yet.
No, he's gonna be one. He's projected. You're forgetting like SGA.
Say SGA,
JT.
just a lot of stars out there.
It's a lot of youngins. And I would say I'll let you get back to it in a second. I'm gonna say there's potential there. Like, there's potential for them to take over, and we also forgetting Luka too. I forgot to bring that up. There's potential there. It's just a matter of this generation of people. Because he brought it up in the 3-pointer, like that's what we're turning into, and that's more of a. I feel like this league is more arcade now. Like, that's why if you look at it, it's more points than stops. Obviously the Thunders are playing very good defense, and the other teams are playing very good defense. But I feel like every other day some player is scoring 70 points, and you go watch the whole game. There's lack of defense there. It's letting them shoot it. And then there's a lot of people getting back on defense. I feel like this generation is turning into more arcade. There's no more. What's the word? Like, these L's are just not even that serious to them no more. It's just more about points and getting that money and getting back and just get back on road for the next one. Like, it's okay. Let's get to the next one. Because if you look back in the older days, and I hate talking about the older days because we're not even that old, but we're old enough. But you know what I'm saying? People like Kevin Garnett, they took those L's personal. Like, we putting this team. I'm not about to let them win. Oh, what? I just got a turnover. I'm about to get that stop back. Sometimes you can see it in LeBron when he gets a turnover, he goes back and get that block or something like that. They hustle back. You see it. You see glimpse, or like when Kobe Bryant got that one turnover, trying to do that spin move when he got back on defense and blocked the shot. Like, it's a pride thing, and I feel like that's what this newer generation, like you said, new generation, like we're not a part of it. But I feel like this new age of basketball, that's what it's turning into. It's turning into how many threes I can hit. Like if you watch Jordan Poole's play, like the threes hit, those were tough threes.
Yeah.
But like some of them, they were unguarded. Like or he came down fast break and just chucked it up. No one grabbed him. It was some miscommunication. It's just wild everywhere. Like we're letting. This is the NBA, by the way, y'all. Like everyone can shoot. Why are we just letting people shoot? Like that's the one thing they can do. There's no like pride in the defensive portion. And mind you, I've always hated defense, but now that I like grown into like I kind of like playing defense. Like defense, kind of like I didn't poke a person when we play pickups. Like I like the defense that portion of it. And even when we play 2K, we like playing defense. I mean. There's pride in it. Like that's like the one thing you can say you did. Oh, I locked him up though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like now it comes to a point where like Stephen Curry, he's gonna get those threes all the time. Yes, but like I mean, we just let them. We leave the best shooter open. Yeah. Like what are we doing? Like what are we doing? We're like it's all. That's why I ever wonder why the randomness. Like it was one point where T.J. Warren was dropping 40, 30 some points. What's T.J. doing now? Like exactly. Like, it'd be like the Corey Brewers who dropped like 50 points out of nowhere. It's starting to turn into that now. Like there's just random people come out of nowhere dropping 30 points. It's like it's not even a rarity anymore. Like you look up and see Luka had like 70 in this game or 60. It's like, man, who let him do that?
Like.
And you go look at the highlights and see that he was barely being guarded. Like people just letting that dude the best, like one of the coldest shooters to do it. Like you letting them do it. Like that's what I thought New Age is gonna turn into. No more pride. And if you're in the Celtics probably the only team that still has that pride in the Thunder. Those two teams I can wrap around and be like, they like playing defense. They like having the whole five doing something. Like, you know what I'm saying, like playing legit defense. They got a lot of two ways. Like, those are things I used to like, bro. Like, there's no competitive. That's why the East, That's why the East don't turn into what it is now. No one's good on the East no more like that. There's like two teams. The rest is just like a bunch of created characters. And it's like, maybe they're gonna turn up this week. The Heat at one point had that type of pride. The Heat did. Like at one point they were playing. The whole team was just. I don't know what happened to Jimmy Butler. I don't know because he started freaking curling iron his hair and like doing. That's where he went wrong. At first, that team he got leading them. They got to a final somehow. You know what I'm saying?
Somehow.
We thought the Heat was like, you know what I'm saying? At least the Heat, like the Heat used to put out the Bucks. They were beating the Celtics. It's like now they're just the Heat. They're not the Heat. They're the cold. Like we don't know what to do with them no more. I ramble too long, but like, I feel like that's what's wrong with the New Age. The New Age is there's just no more pride in what they do anymore. Like NBA is becoming boring to watch. Like to the point now, we might go just watch Caitlin Clark. It's the same thing. They let her shoot. They gotta let Curry shoot. That's what I was like. These dudes. There's no way LeBron's still my GOAT. There's no way that this 30 is he 40 now or 39? This 39-year-old is dropping 39 points on y'all. He's a big dude, big specimen, can shoot the ball hard. We understand that, but like. There's no way y'all just let this dude do this stuff anymore, bro. Like, someone got to guard. It's embarrassing, but if you got something to chime on it?
You basically said everything, but to add on to that, though, that's why the NBA, what you call it, like the numbers are dropping. Like, I guess the people, like, the amount of people that watch, the numbers are dropping significantly because, it's getting boring. They just letting people shoot the ball. Like, there's no adjustments going on. It's like the NBA don't start to the playoffs. That's when the NBA actually starts the playoffs. That's when defense, adjustments, That's when the game actually starts. Like that's when the season starts. Like it's like the regular season. We just gonna see who can hit the most threes. Like he said, who can drop 60, 70 points. Like that's just all it is right as of right now.
Somebody said it started to feel like pickup.
Yeah, we just watching people play pickup. Like that's it. I can go do that too. I can play pickup too.
It was a job where like with the Lakers, like they were just chucking up shots, man. I mean, they weren't bad shots. They weren't falling. Like, and there's somebody else said in the comments too. Was like. This is not bad basketball. The shots wasn't falling, but like low key though, with no structure, dudes was coming out of the court just chucking up shots. It's embarrassing, but like that's all I have. Because I remember in 2 videos ago that we was just ranting about how NBA's done turned into bad, yada. That's not worryable because we got 2 other questions to get into, and I don't want to like go overboard with it. But that's my take on that question. It was a good question too because this new age is just. And he brought up like how to turn his like 3-point, like that's whatever. Like I thought we covered both of those questions just now, but like that's all I ever want to do. Like, it's the Curry age now. And it's okay. I like seeing big threes. I'm a 3 person. Even when we play the game, I don't like taking 2s. I understand. You see how that's bad though? We should take the easy points. I don't know. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but like the young generation, it's not. The NBA is not doomed, but it's close to losing that aspect of taking pride in losing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not letting these dudes just come in here and you shouldn't we know Curry's gonna get his shots up, but we shouldn't be okay with it.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's that next question? We getting to that? We in the NFL now, or kind of NFL?
We want to switch right here.
Yeah, we want them on.
So we're gonna switch on to the NFL. Mm-hmm. And the question we have, Do we feel that the league executives are quick to fire coaches over team struggles? Because it seems to be a lot of coaches in the hot seat, especially after making deep runs in their respective sports. So does this take a...
All right, yeah, I don't know how the connection went out, whatever. But we can get back to that.
But yeah, going back to that question about the NFL, I'm gonna shorten this one. But for the question is, do we feel like coaches should get fired based off of team struggles?
Okay, I think I know where he was going with that one. There are coaches who, I mean, I'm gonna say it like this because it's kind of the thing I had with our team in general too, even at this school. Yes, coaches should face penalty for like their team struggles because to some extent, some things are due to bad coaching. I mean, like, and that's like to the point of late play calls, being scared to make play calls. You know, making dumb ones. Like in my high school, they chose to take a field goal when they made one field goal all season, instead of running it in and it cost them the game. Like those situations, that's what you should fire. Like I'm saying, like, 'cause you shouldn't do that. But like, if it's like a winning school and this one particular person that giving y'all wins, bringing y'all in all these players, I feel like there should be some form of leeway. But if he's like year after year not doing good, like there should be like a certain like, it should be like very like, oh, you gotta look at him like that. He really needs to go. Because I think because Jerry Jones been in his little seat for a while. His team has been not successful in a long time. Yet he stays in that position. I don't know why. I don't know what Jerry's doing. Don't know what it is, but it comes to a point where it's not really the coach's fault. There's only so much a coach can do. You know what I'm saying? There's so much, because like, especially if you look at it from levels, right? So let's start from high school. In that level, it's kind of hard because not every school you go, like every school coach gonna have a good team. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to coach a bottom feeder team into like winning games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because some people just not there yet. They don't have the right players. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to go. Sometimes when your team is just buns. You can't really do nothing to get out of that bun spot. Let's move on to college. Now, I'm not going to talk about the bottom tier college. I'm talking about you're a top tier college, right?
Yeah.
Top tier college. You got all these good players. You got to worry about attitudes and, you know, grades and like egos and all that. You know, it plays a big role. You can't really fire a coach because his player can't catch a ball. You know what I'm saying? His player can't really, you know what I'm saying? He can't do certain things, like, which they should know by his level, you know. And that's where I feel like it gets very shaky, and I really don't feel like they should take the hit for it, unless it's like legit bad coaching. And it's been a thing in the NFL, so we're gonna go back to the NFL now. It's been a big thing of coaches being fired because, you know, they brought in these new players. So say I was a Bears coach, right? And I was part of that decision to get rid of. No, that's a bad one, because if I was part of that, if I was the thing who got rid of Justin Fields to bring Get Williams and we still look at, fired. That's probably one that should be fired, because that's choice. Because I feel like that choice is a big decision. Now I really feel like they should have kept him. Like, they really had no reason, because it was never the quarterback's fault. So that case, that right there is a proper firing. But we're talking about like the Jets. I don't think their head coach should really took a firing for that one. There's more stuff you can get into about him, but like, what can you really do? You mean, you brought in Devontae Adams, you got A-Rod, you gave them the weapons. They have weapons there on offense. It's not really it's not really nothing you can do about that. You took a big risk on, you know, these players you brought in. These are not buns players that came to this team too. These are good players. They come to your team, they don't do anything. Yeah. You know, they don't get open, they drop passes, they become divas. I feel like that's hard. It's kind of like when Devontae Adams went to the Raiders, and you know, thought he was gonna do good there, because he did nothing. I mean, it's kind of hard to just do all that and then sit back and be like, well, it's the coach's fault. These are NFL players. They're in charge. They do a lot to keep their bodies right. They do those little off the wall training. Some of them don't even go to trains. They don't go to their OTAs on the right time. They're like divas. They ask for more money. I mean, I wouldn't even be a coach because of all this, because you can legit do all you can. Because I've seen what our coaches do, and like we had to start before. Like, I see a lot of things that our coaches do, and they call certain plays, and we just drop the ball, or we don't. You know, get a penalty. We do stupid stuff. I mean, there's nothing a coach can really do about that, though. What can a coach really do about that? Because you can't. They say it's a corny saying. It's like you can't coach effort, or you know what I'm saying. You really can't though. Some of it's on us. You can't do it. Sometimes it's the players. You can't really. And I feel like the NFL need to dial back a little bit on it. Go for more of the GMs and not the head coaches. Was it the owners? Yeah. Like, though the owners got more say than the head coaches and stuff like that most of the time. So like, that's what we need to be firing. Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I just want Jerry Jones out of the office already. But I'm gonna let you get into your point about it.
I mean, yeah. I think I want to say most of it falls back on the head coaches and the players play because coaches coach, players play. So if the players ain't producing, how can you blame the coach for the players not putting up numbers or getting certain stops? But at the same time, coaches do play a part because you are bringing in certain players that you probably don't need. Because you can say like with Bryce Young's situation, he need an O-line. Or they thought like, you can't just throw him in a fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a bad look. You see how he performed. And at times, he looked like he didn't want to be there no more. Kind of like Johnny Manziel. Like, he didn't want to be there. He was not happy. You know what I'm saying? But now it's that, like, they got him uncomfortable. They put him in the right position. Now you see what he's doing. So, like, some of that players, that's like a coaching thing. Like, it's the right coaching. But as far as, like, college, you're recruiting these guys. You know what you need. You know what you don't need. So, like... if you know, it's my fault. I'm kind of like getting into like, me being here and, our situation. Cause I'm kind of getting right there, but I ain't trying to go there cause, I ain't trying to.
There's a point about the Bryce Young one and how now they're doing good. I think it was Pat McAfee said it. And he was like, when did we get into the point where like we thought players were going to come in and do what they need to do now? I know it's NFL. We're not here to develop players, but like, A-Rod didn't become A-Rod off rip. He played behind Brett Favre, I believe. He played behind Brett Favre, but then he became A-Rod. Like, we used to develop players before they just became straight good. Now we got this high expectation when people come in, and which is a good thing. You need to have high bar because it's NFL. This is the next level. Yeah. But it gets to a point where, like, we shouldn't be expecting it every time. Some players need a certain level of, like, developing. And, especially if you're like a poverty team, you're not going to come in and change your team in one day, in one season. We know that. And I feel like that's where like we put that in that position, and that's where it's just hard. And they don't live up to the shoes, or they don't fill the shoes, and that's everything. And I thought we need to get away from that because if we don't, we're gonna be sending teams to whatever. We're gonna be training our quarterbacks early, and then that quarterback can go there and be a breakout. Now you're gonna be like an idiot that didn't develop that quarterback. Yep. Or we stacking our teams with quarterbacks for no reason. Like it's a lot you can get into, but we used to be a developing NFL versus you come here and you make a difference now, or we get rid of you type of NFL. Yeah, I don't like that. And now that I'm on the topic, we definitely exceed. Or now that I'm off this topic, we definitely exceeded the topic. So I mean, we ain't got to get into that last one because the last one was just about Bill Belichick's going to the rumor mill. I didn't hear about the rumor. You heard about that rumor?
I haven't at all. I never heard that at all.
We're not gonna chime in too much on it because I don't really know how deep that rumor is, but that's my first time hearing about it. But if it's like so the rumor is that he supposed to go to North Carolina.
He supposed to go to North Carolina.
Head coach of North Carolina. What would that bring if Bill Belichick went over there? I feel in general having an old NFL coach should be beneficial. Head coach because what he's doing. For sure he's gonna be like the Nick Saban type, know how to recruit, know how to do that. He's smart. He's very smart. And it brings in a lot of good players because they know this is an NFL. Like you said, they know he's an NFL coach. He's gonna have connections. It's an instant hole into that stratosphere. So like it's kind of like going to go play for Deion. You know what I'm saying? Like, but is it enough? Because Deion didn't bring in a lot of talent either. Like he had to do a lot to get his players there, and he already had his sons come. He already had Travis with him at the time. So like, but you're playing for Deion. You know there's gonna be wisdom there. You know there's gonna at least be some form of like publicity because he's there. So like coaches and everybody. So it's kind of like the same effect. I'm not saying Bill Belichick is like Deion because he's nowhere near because you're not gonna be able to get the on-field aspect of it because like he was actually a DB and receiver. So there's knowledge there, but Bill Belichick played with a lot of top tier players, so like, he does have knowledge. So it could possibly be more than what Deion bringing. I don't know, but I feel like it's gonna turn that whole school around because Bill was a smart guy. He had very good players, and then if he wants to, he can bring those guys he got those rings with to come help out and give out knowledge. Like if you want to bring Randy down, he can probably bring Randy down. If you want to bring Tom down, he can bring Tom down to come talk to these players. Good or bad relationship, he can bring all those guys down. He can bring down Julian Edelman. It's the connections. He can bring it down to teach any of those guys how to get their minds right, get prepared. So like, if that happens, you're gonna see a different. I want to see a good record off rip, but I'll definitely see some good records the next season. First season might be a bust. It was just like that with Deion, but look at Deion's team now. They're winning. Yeah, that's my place. I didn't want to get too deep into it because 20 minutes of hard editing. So you got to say and then we can wrap it up.
I would just keep my short and simple. I do feel like he gonna bring in a lot of people. Like that's me. I'm a transfer portal, and I hear that coach, B's about to go to UNC. I'm going to take that chance. Like you hit me up saying, you want me to come. You ain't gotta say, I need coach. I'm coming. I'm there. Guaranteed. You got everything I need. Experience. You got championship. Everything I need. You got it. And I'm going to go there. Especially if I have a chance to play. I'm going to go there. like I earn, like even though I can earn my spot, but I just know that like the wisdom, the knowledge, the skills, everything I need, you have that all for me, and I'm gonna come. Like I'm gonna take that chance. So yeah, he will do some really special things if he decide to even get hired, which I think he want to get hired.
I don't even know what it is about North
does.
Carolina that's gonna make him come there, but I'm gonna look into this more because it seems interesting when we talk about it, because that's a big turnaround for another team. I feel like a lot of head coaches in the NFL who don't have a job anymore should go do that because they can get paid a lot, especially if you're a winning head coach. I'm not saying any head coach. I'm saying like if you're a retiring head coach and you want to go develop kids now instead of dealing with grown divas.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good idea. I mean, you can definitely put a school around and you're going to get paid a lot. So that bag he's going to get is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But that's it for this last video for the semester. I enjoyed doing this. Hopefully we can do it next semester. Who knows? I don't know about that yet. But I'm Tosin.
It's your boy Trey.
And thanks for tuning in for the last video. Get out of here.